I find myself navigating really hardened moments of grieving alternate realities, grieving what could have been, what should have been, whatever it might be. And for me, what's coming up right now is my choice to not have gone to med school that I made last year. I've made a lot of videos about this topic on my channel if you wanted to check those out, but I'm hoping that there's someone out there who can relate to this message in this video, and maybe you can find some solace in this, because I do share that experience. Like, I chose myself, and I'm very happy with the choice I made, although I would be lying if I said that there isn't this kind of like grief that I experience from time to time of just like what would have been. And I've talked a lot about my decision not to go to med school. I thought it would not be a good work-life balance. I didn't think that I was passionate about this career. A lot of it was rooted in my desire to just feel like respected by my peers, by my loved ones. I wanted to really make the people around me proud, and I felt this like tremendous weight on my shoulders to do it by choosing this career path. And then as I started getting into spirituality and practicing yoga and really connecting more with my intuition and my heart, is when I realized that this isn't the choice I wanted to make. But that was so difficult, and I'm even getting emotional talking about it now, because I had seen this video where someone said that when we're born, we sign a social contract that trades love for conformity. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. But I'm hoping like to me that's like more authentic and genuine, because it really shows me that it hits hard. But this idea of like trading love for conformity just really hit hard for me, because I do feel as though there was this like desire that I had to be loved by others, and there still is. And although it's like conditional love, like, oh, would they love me more if I had chosen this path or whatever? Would I be more respected because I have this role in the world, whatever it might be? It's like, it's painful. Like, it hurts to think about how making a choice for yourself, disregarding all of the material things that I would have had I made that choice, and just like, it makes me feel less worthy. It makes me feel less worthy of love and respect and joy, feeling as though I made this decision where I chose myself. And I just want to talk about this because I think, this is something that I've been dealing with like my whole life, of just like this like misalignment grief, like this grief of like, and I would say misalignment grief is not exactly what this is, because right now I don't feel misaligned. I feel as though I'm grieving the life I would have had I chosen that life that was misaligned, because to me it's like it would have been so straightforward. Like, I would have been a doctor, and I would have been respected by others, would have had like a very stable life, predictable schedule for the most part. And I just would have been so swept up in school and like work that I just wouldn't even have had time to sit here and question my worth. But at the same time, like, you could say that's like very avoidant and like, just kind of putting a band-aid over it. And, my biggest fear as well was like going through all of that, school, everything, if I even made it through, and just sitting in my house being a doctor or whatever, and just thinking like, what the hell did I just do? And like, who am I? Like who am I, and why did I just go through all of that just to be at this place where I'm unhappy? And it's like I could almost see my future. I could almost see it of like what it was gonna be. But I think it's just like now being in the position where I'm at, not really having like that career that I wanted for myself, because I do love to dedicate my life to something. Like I want to dedicate my life to something. And I feel sometimes purposeless if I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? And I think it's important. It's like I want to contribute to the collective, and I want to like do something, create something that just makes me feel, not only makes me feel as though I've accomplished something important, but just like helps people as well. Like brings something to people that is like helping to improve the quality of their lives. And that's where I'm finding myself so stuck, because I don't know what it is. And I don't know, I do a lot of mindfulness work, and I know that like mindfulness really helps to bring out kind of like that inner genius and like those ideas, those eureka moments. And that's like, I think what I've really been trying to do, or what I was especially trying to do at the beginning of the year. But I'm just trying to figure out like where to go from here. And I feel like my 20s have been such a disorienting time. I'm coming up to my mid-20s now, and I'm feeling, I guess, a quarter-life crisis. I'm feeling a quarter-life crisis because I just want to create something that helps people. And I don't know where to start. And I just sometimes feel like I need some help. I don't know. And like I mentioned at the beginning, just this grief that I'm carrying regarding like what could have been, and like what would have made other people happy. Like choosing myself was not the end. Choosing to like not make this whole career my identity and like go for something that didn't resonate with my soul, that wasn't the end of my journey. Because now it's like, yes, the world is my oyster, but it's almost like the paradox of choice of like, there are so many things to choose from, and yet nothing calls out to me like so strongly as much as like spirituality and this space, and like creating content and just like speaking with you and like sharing how I'm feeling. And yeah, so I guess that's what I wanted to share today about that grief piece. And if you're someone who, if this resonated with you, I'm so happy to hear that, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. It's just not the end, like when you make a big decision like this. And like I've had a lot of amazing people in my life tell me, I'm very courageous, and like this was such a hard decision, and like good for, saying like good for you for choosing yourself. It's not easy to do. But I just like definitely want to show this side of it as well. That's like, it's hard. Like it's hard. Like, yes, of course, like it's amazing. It's amazing to feel like I am making decisions for myself, not in a selfish way, but just in a way that is like, I'm going to be the best version of myself. So I'm going to show up the best for others around me. You know what I mean? And I'm going to treat others the way they should be treated, because I'm good with me in my heart and soul. And so I'm able to share that love and share that authenticity and that joy. But it's very hard. It's very hard because there's a whole life that I envisioned for myself. And that's not the life that I'm living. And so it almost feels like I made the wrong choice, but yet I know that I'm happier in this way. I know that I enjoy the slow life more. I know that I need just like that lifestyle that just allows me to breathe and like really be myself and not feel like I'm just filling my schedule to escape the reality of my life. It's really heavy, but thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you have anything you want to share regarding this topic, if you felt this grief before and what that looks like for you, what that feels like for you. I'd love to know. I love you so much. I will be posting more consistently, so please stick around and stay tuned for new videos. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this one. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I love you.